Well, I'm Joe Stewart, the Vice President for Governmental Affairs, the Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina. And with me today is Andrew Marcus, who's a candidate in the Republican primary for Insurance Commissioner in 2024. Andrew, how are you today?
It's great to meet you, Joe. I appreciate the ability to speak with the agents and talk to you about our current challenges in the marketplace.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much for taking time. I mean, we have about 10,000 members across the state. And of course, agents are very interested in the Office of Insurance Commissioner. Would like to hear from you. What do you feel in your background, your professional experience, the things that most qualify you to be Insurance Commissioner?
Thanks, Joe. I believe that I bring the experience and the challenge and the energy to be able to work for the policyholders in North Carolina. I've worked in the insurance regulatory field for more than a decade, both in the public sector as well as the private sector. After law school, I started my career as a prosecutor, investigating crimes and working with law enforcement before moving to be an insurance regulator myself and actually looking at insurance policies and insurance rates and financial stability of insurance companies. After that, I moved to private practice after my time as an insurance regulator, and I've represented all sides, including policyholders, agents, providers, hospitals, administrators, and insurance companies. And I've worked in all lines of insurance as well: life and health and property and casualty, excess lines, reinsurance, all types of insurance.
Well, tell us a little bit about, from your perspective, what you think the current state of the insurance marketplace is here in North Carolina.
Well, Joe, the current state of the insurance marketplace is trending badly. We have a rate crisis that's not only impacting North Carolina, but it's impacting the country as well as the whole world, really. You have the catastrophe market and the catastrophes increasing, the severity of them increasing, becoming more costly, as well as the frequency of them becoming there happen more and more. And this not only impacts North Carolina, but again, it impacts rates and reinsurance rates throughout the world. So it's something that's not only a North Carolina issue, but North Carolina is also facing it. We have a coastal marketplace where rates are increasing every year and at large amounts. We have flood insurance policies that are increasing as well. We have an auto market for the auto insurance that rates are just increasing faster than inflation. And this puts a real challenge on policyholders as they try to keep up with the pace of these premium rate increases, some of times extraordinarily substantially. So I really think that we need to look at, and an insurance regulator, the department needs to look at what is happening and what is causing the pricing crisis. You need to work with agents, you need to work with policyholders, you need to speak with carriers, but also be looking all the time for innovation, seeing what else is happening out there, what other states are doing, what other countries are doing, and looking for those types of innovations, looking at any kind of thing that could stem the rise in prices, looking at the building code, working with developers, working with hospitals, working with providers. We are looking at a market that is really going downhill.
Well, should you be elected insurance commissioner, what would be the top 3 or 5 priorities that you would have, not just in insurance related things, but the public policy agenda items that you would want to definitively accomplish should you be elected insurance commissioner?
Well, Joe, my first goal is to really help. And the first thing I'm always going to keep thinking of is keeping those rates and having policyholders keep more of their money in their own pocket. My ultimate priority is to work with the legislature to keep those rates low and to keep them fair. As we've talked about, the costs are increasing, the rates are increasing. Our personal property and casualty market, as well as our commercial property and casualty market, those rate increases are just outpacing inflation. So I really want to look at specific items like every type of looking at every type of line of insurance and trying to work on those. I'll look at reforming the automobile reinsurance facility that we have in North Carolina. I want to make sure that good drivers aren't subsidizing the program and aren't subsidizing bad drivers or risky drivers. I'll also look at expanding programs like the Strengthen Your Roof program for the coast and other types of risk mitigation programs that have been proven to increase the resiliency of risks as well as to lower the cost of claims. And lastly, I want to make sure that the private flood insurance market is increased, as well as to push back on the NFIP's, the National Flood Insurance Program's risk rating 2.0, which has caused increased flood insurance premiums on North Carolinians.
All right, in the final minute or so, just give your stump speech, what you want the constituents of this organization to hear in terms of your campaign for insurance commissioner.
Joe, I truly believe that I'm the best person to act as insurance commissioner, to be elected as insurance commissioner. I'm the only one who brings the experience necessary to regulate and work with the General Assembly in this extraordinarily fraught and challenging time. We need a commissioner to fight for the policyholder, not against the General Assembly. And the current commissioner and the other candidates in this race just do not have the ability to work with the legislature, as we need to look and fight against the challenges that are coming and that we know are coming and that are only going to continue unless we actually do something about it. And that's something that we just need to get a handle on. And none of the other candidates have the ability to do that.
Andrew Marcus, a candidate, the Republican primary for insurance commissioner in 2024. Thank you so much for taking time to talk with the members of IIANC about your campaign for this office.
All right. Thank you, Joe.